Good afternoon, class. Today we will see domain testing. So, in previous classes, we came to know what is a domain, why the domain plays an important role when we are processing a task, because the domain is being involved with each and every input variable what we are using. Means a, a variable which is used for processing the inputs, the task what we are giving, and the variables which are involved in that processing has to be considered also. So before getting into the testing of domains, means we have the one-dimensional domains, two-dimensional domains. We will perform the testing, means we will check whether these boundaries are, what are the errors where we are having, and how to overcome them will be studied in this domain testing. Before getting into this, we need to know what are the issues with the domain. So in that first one, ambiguities and contradictions. Ambiguity means the confusion which has been occurred due to the domain's boundaries. So we should know, we should represent the boundaries of the domains clearly. If you are not doing in such way, then the user or the tester, whoever is using the domain, will pick the values from that one as his need or as his way of picking. Means it's his wish, so he can pick any of the values if we are not giving the boundaries in a clear manner. These ambiguity, the confusion what we has been occurred due to the boundaries which has been not big in a clear manner, will lead to the contradiction. Contradiction means the domain what we are selected for that input value has been specified as a false one. Contradiction means false statements. So here the false means the domains what we are using for processing here. How we are getting these to process, or how we are knowing this has been occurred means, see here in this representation, the set what we are having, a set. So this rectangular representation is being given as a domain area. Means from here to here, we need to access the values. And second one here is the B. B has been started within the A domain and there is no endpoint to that one. Here if you see, these are all closed. And apart from this, it is been closed, and in this representation, it is been considered as a open. Means we mention only the starting of the B, that is B variable or the B domain, but we didn't mention the ending of that one. If it is not having the ending, what happens here is, we should know from where to access the elements there. If it is not like that, we will choose some wrong values also to process that domain. While coming to this representation, here in this A domain is having two closures. Closures means the domains what it is being provided, the boundary which is being provided, the closure is being specified as a this one. But it is having two closures here, which is being represented as a dual closure. Means within the A only, what we are doing, we are creating another closure for representation. Means the A can be accessed from here to here, and we are mentioning from here to here. Okay. So this is not allowed here. Okay. This dual closure will leads to the false statements here. Why so? Closure means, or the boundary means, we are having only one such domain only from that domain only, means throughout the program, if we are considering the A domain will have only that representations include that values only. We are not allowed to take multiple domains here. In previous session, we have seen X value where we are using compound control statements. In this compound control statements, what we are having two statements, control statements, which are using the same variable, which is X. So there what we are mentioning, X greater than or equals to 0 and X less than 17. Then it is allowing to execute the values there. There what it is forming multiple behaviors, multiple domain values for the same variable. So by that, the user will have the tester will have the confusion that which domain I have to test for processing. So there lies the confusion there. And also we need to specify the variables which are being included in this closures or in this boundary should be a complete one. Means we won't include any additional values to that one, and we won't exclude any mandatory values from that one. If we are doing such way, then what it is specifying here is, it is being considered as a whole in a domain. It can be in between of that one, or you may specify you are missing first values of that one. Means first values means we didn't mention whether it is from starting gradually and in between some values has been missed there. So that is this causes ambiguity here. And coming to the next representation, whenever you are starting a new domain, means a new value or the new variables set of values, we need to see whether we are including the values of the other domain or not. Okay, so the domains are designed in such a way that they will have their unique behavior. In such a way, what it is doing, it is allowing to access the overlapped domains here. Means these domains are overlapped. This overlapping will form you the usage of both the variables. Means B and the next A are using the same value sets here. Whether it is allowing to access or not, it depends upon the execution. So here, this overlapped domains also being considered as a problematic situation. And what are the ambiguities we are specifying? Ambiguity means missing the values here. Missing the between values can be specified as a ambiguity, and the missing the boundary can be specified as a ambiguity also. So we should know from where it is been starting and it is ending. What is the end point? We should know here. And coming to the closure. Closure means we should provide the boundary as a thing, and also we should take the domain what we are presenting will not include any partition or any splitting in between that one. So these are the problems we are having with the domains. One of the problems we are having with that one. That is one thing is ambiguity, and the next one is the missing boundary, which creates the ambiguity also. And the next one is the overlapped domains. Means we should know from where it has been starting. And coming to the next one, contradiction, which is being considered as a dual closure. Means the domain has not to be splitted for processing. Okay. And coming to the next one, simplifying the topology. Means what is the another problem here is, in previous sessions we have seen the nice domains representation there. So in those representations, we have covered how we are aligning the elements also, how we are aligning the elements and how we are the processing here. So here in this representation, and this means this is also having the topology which is the incomplete one. We need to complete this one. How I am going to complete here is we need to fill up these, or we need to provide an environment not to take these things to create the bugs here. So what I have to do? If it is a this manner, means if it is in a this manner, what we have to do here is we need to specify whether the accessing of these elements is being a correct way or not. So here in this representation, we don't have the possibility of adding the elements here. But how come I can access the elements, or how come I can provide the input elements into this one? Means you have the data pre-processing in data mining. In this data pre-processing, what we are doing, we have several ways of data losses. Means we are having missing values, redundant values, and then next what it is doing, it is being considering the values which is been not the complete one. All these things are there. How we are getting these things done means we need to study about the boundary there. We need to study about the boundary, or we need to study about the domain we are having. Means for which it has been created has to known by the user. Okay. So the purpose of this one, has to be known. If it is known, then what we have to do here is we will know about the elements or the input variables, input values which could be involved in this processing. And we are making this done by adding such values to that one, adding that missing values. So this missing values, what we are doing, will be accurate, or we can specify that they can be approximately, we can access that one as a domain here. Means for what, how I am going to, in 3 cases, not only 1 case, in 3 cases, these are the 3 different cases we have been processed. So in 3 different cases, what it is been, it is having the missing data in between of that one, but it is having the data which is been in the convex. Means it is being, we have to make this one as a full domain here. So within this domain, we are missing some values here. We are filling that one. Here what we are doing, we are giving a shape to that domain, that is from this one to this one, you need to access the values of for processing. How I am getting to know whether it is being processing or not here is, for what it has been designed, I have to know. That is the purpose of the domain. Means for what is the variable here, what we are creating a domain. So when you know about the purpose, you will come to know about the input values there. Okay, the input values will be known here. So if the input values what we are presenting is known to us, then what we have to do, we need to add those values accurately to that one. Sometimes we fail to know the accurate values. So these approximate values has to be added to that one, and this adding values will not lead to the any contradiction or ambiguity. We should know that thing. So here it also being considered as a same procedure. How I am filling the missing values means how I am going to filling the missing values. In data mining, what we are doing, we are allowing to take the values which have been, means we will study about the previous data there itself. So by that we will store, or we will complete the tuples there, or the data which has been missing. How we are going to include the data there? By studying history of that variables will be considered. Means here we need to know about the variables, the values which has been included. So there I am trying to fill the values with that one. And coming to the next representation here. So this processing is being taken into consideration that it is also specified that it is being taken, it is being taking the values, this one, and it is excluding the values. If it is excluding such values, what it is doing is orthogonally connect these values to that one. Means make a connection and make a bond to make these values to be accessed collectively. If you are connecting orthogonally, what it makes is some numbers or the some values will be excluded. This values what we are using can be included or not. We don't have the idea about that processing in such representations, because in this one we have the flow of values here. We have the flow of the values here, but it is being considered as a two different boundaries there which are connected in a closure. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to specify a connection which is the orthogonal to that one. So here we need to connect these one, and I need to include the nearby values to that one. We need to consider only the nearby values to that representation. So by that, the values which are flowing in between these will be also come under the domain what we are using. So that is a one example for processing. And also we are having, means this is the boundary, and we are having some representations using for boundary closures. So if you see the direction of flowing of the elements, means as I said, we are representing the values as a lines, that is a vertical or horizontal lines representation. Whatever it is, we should consider the flow of that or the processing of that elements could be in the same direction. Means we should consider whether it is being taking from left to right. Means here the right side of the, means if this is the line, the right side of the elements will be read here. And coming to the next representation, here also right side, but here it is being taking the left values. This is the inconsistent one. So the direction of processing should be a consistent way. So the lines what we are mentioning should be in a consistent way. Draw like this. If we are taking a domain representation, these are the lines representation. If we are taking the domain representation, domain means these 4 points, these 4 boundaries what we are representing will be specified as a boundary for this variable. So what we need to do, we need to insert or we need to access the values within this 4 boundaries only, means 4 points only. We can't exclude, we can't go out of this boundary and access the values. This type of representation where I'm pointing is been specifying that the values will be added from this side also, but it is not the correct one because the domain is a closed one. How I am going to specify here is we need to take the access of that one in this representation here. Okay, this is for the domain. This is for the domain what we are using for processing, and this is for the lines representation for using. So if you see, they have been having opposite directions while processing. So here this opposite directions is being allowed one. Domain is being set between the points of the accessing. When you are plotting like this, you should take this one into an account here. And coming to the strategy of testing, how I am going to take the domains and I am going to test them. So here I need to provide test points for that accessing. What are the test points? Boundary means, or the domain means, we are having infinite values sometimes, or we are having some values only for processing. All the time we are taking all the values for testing is not the means encourageable one, because all the points testing means for each and every variable, if it is having 20 such points, 20 such values, 20 times we need to test that one. We are having some 10 variables involved in our program, then we need to perform all the tests based on that variables what we are having. But here what we need to do, we need to specify that there is no need to take all these things here. What we have to do here, we need to pick enough points here. Likewise, in the path testing, we need to pick enough paths. Enough paths means, so what I have to do here, in enough paths, I am taking the control statements there. Control statements means whatever the control statements involving there has to be considered in that paths. Means 4 control statements means we need to test 4 control statements values there. What are the input values for the 4 control statements? Truth values, that is a true and false. And if you are taking the case statement, you need to calculate, we need to involve each case. Okay. And then next loop means one loop. So likewise, what we are doing, we are including the enough paths in that one. And here also I need to consider only the enough points to test the boundaries or the domains what we are having. How I am going to test with the enough paths or the enough boundaries here? So we need to plot the points on the boundary. How I am going to plot this one here is, we need to consider whether each boundary what we are representing having the different domains or the same domains or not, we need to check. Any points which has the redundant test points are being considered. After that, we need to analyze the data, and then next we need to perform the test on that one representation. By running that enough test, we will specify each and every boundary or the for that variable has been considered as a correct one. Like that we know. And what would be the boundaries or what would be the boundary points here? So here we are having such points representation here is, one is the interior, another one is the boundary point, and the next one is the extreme point here. If you go for the this diagrammatical representation. So here in this representation, we are using points here. See ma, this is the A and this is the B, which are been intersecting. Okay. So this being intersecting is being specified here. Off points and on points, how I am going to specify here is, we need to know in which way they are having the data flow. In which way they are accessing the data, we should know. This is the way of accessing the data, means which is the downside of that one. And here also we are using the downside of that one. Means the values which are above this line, or which are nearer, not very nearer to this line, can be specified as a off points. And they have been considered as a interior points and exterior points also. Okay. How I am going to access the data here is, I need to perform the test. I need to plot the points here. How I am going to plot the points means on points, off points, and then boundary points has been considered. This will be specified as a boundary also. This one also boundary. What I have to do here, I need to check whether at this point, what is the value it is being specifying. I am going to execute the test by using this value. If it is taking the value and processing, then it will be considered as a, this value belongs to the domain here. whenever we are taking the off points which are not nearer or which are not being considered here, then what it is been specifying? It is been specifying that these are not belonging to the this variable or this domain here. Okay, and this points what we are using can be specified as a epsilon neighborhood. Means if you go for this is equivalent to cluster analysis. So in the data mining we have the cluster also. How we are going to form the clusters here is based on the behavior of the elements here. The behavior of the elements means since it is the numericals, we can't say that the behavior based on that one. If you are having multiple variables or the multiple behavioral variables, then you will say that so this is this could be the behavior. This will come under this cluster. Likewise, so which are come under the epsilon neighborhood and also which also come under the this nearest points will be taken into an account here. Means see here, these are exactly on the line. This one is, if you see, a little hump is there. This is including very nearest values to that one. If it is taking this one, it is also including some nearest, a few nearest values into that one. So sometimes the domain what we are using is being specifying that it will allow you to access the neighborhood also. That is the epsilon neighborhood values also will be allowed for accessing. And coming to the off points, there is no any relation between the domains and between them. What we need to do, we need to specify that they have the values which are not to be included in the domain. Like that, we need to prove that representation. Apart from this, we are having domain bugs also. So here, bugs means how I am going to specify this one here. Shifted boundaries means this has been the line of the accessing. And what we are doing, we are allowing to take these points to be processed in a shifted one. Means the values, whenever we are shifting the boundary, the values what you are using will be included as a contradictory one. So the shifted boundary means it is being shifted to the up or down, but it won't on the same line. Tilted. Tilted means angular displacement has been done and we are including the values, this one and this one. Okay, this values has been included. These where I am pointing has been included here. But in this representation, these values are not coming under this domain. Next one is the open closed error. Open closed error means we need to specify the domain should be a closed one. There is no need to specify whether it is having the process of accessing or not. Like that, we need to specify. If it is open, then what it happens, it allows you to access the multiple values which are not to be in the domain. Then next, extra boundary. Extra boundary means, as I said, the continuity will be there. You are taking the values of the other domains also for processing. And coming to the next representation, that is the missing boundary. Missing boundary means at the first slide we have seen that B is having the values which is being overlapping with the A and there is no endpoint for that one. So likewise we are having multiple bugs here. So these are the ambiguities and then bugs and then how we are allowing to take the accessibility of these things to be done while processing the values here. And in tomorrow's class, we will see how we are going to test the one dimensional and then next two dimensional. I mean, on Monday, we will see that one dimensional and the two dimensional domains. Means likewise, we are having such problems now. These problems only will be specified there, and how we are going to test them, and how we are going to provide the remedies will be specified there itself only. Thank you.